Let me tell you something that credit card companies don't want you to hear. If you're working a regular job and you're not a business owner, you probably shouldn't have a credit card. I know that sounds crazy in today's world where everyone's pushing credit cards on you left and right, but hear me out for the next few minutes because this could save you thousands of dollars and years of financial stress. First, let's talk about the psychology of spending with credit cards. There have been countless studies on this and the data has is crystal clear. People spend significantly more money when they use credit cards compared to cash or debit cards. We're talking anywhere from 12 to 18% more on average. Why? Because credit cards create psychological distance between you and your money. When you swipe a card, there's no pain. There's no immediate consequence. You're not watching bills leave your wallet. You're not seeing your bank account drop in real time. It's just a quick tap or swipe and you're done. Your brain doesn't register it the same way as handling over actual money. That disconnect is dangerous, and it's exactly what credit card companies are counting on. So think about it like this: when you pay with cash, you feel it. You see the money leaving your hands. There's a tangible loss happening right in front of you that creates natural friction that makes you think twice about unnecessary purchases. Credit cards remove that friction entirely, and that's by design. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but what about the rewards? What about the cash back? What about building credits? Let me address these one by one because these are the exact arguments that credit card industry uses to hook people. Rewards and cashbacks sound great on paper, get 2% back on every purchase, earn points for travel, but here's the reality. If you're spending 12 to 18% more because of the psychological effect of using credit, that 2% cashback isn't helping you. You're losing money in the deal. You're spending an extra $100 to $200 to earn back $20. That's not a win. That's a loss disguised as a reward. And building credit, look, I understand the credit score system exists and it matters for things like getting a mortgage. But what's better than a good credit score? Not being in debt in the first place. Having actual money saved, living below your means. You can build credit in other ways if you absolutely need to, like becoming an authorized user on a parent's card or getting secured credit card with a very low limit that you pay off immediately. But for most people, the risk of credit card debt far outweighs the benefit of building credit faster. Now, let's talk about credit card debt specifically. The average credit card interest rate right now is somewhere around 20 to 25%. That's insane. If you carry a balance, you're paying a quarter of whatever you owe in interest every single year. $1,000 balance becomes $1,250 after just 1 year if you're only making minimum payments. That's how people get trapped in cycles of debt that make years of even decades to escape. And here's the thing that really gets me: credit card companies know exactly what they're doing. They market to young people, to college students, to people who are just starting out and don't understand the trap they're walking into. They make it seem exciting and adult and sophisticated to have a credit card. But the truth is, most people can't handle the psychological game that credit cards play with your brain. For business owners, it's different. There are legitimate reasons to use credit cards in business, separating business and personal expenses, managing cash flow, taking advantage of business specific rewards that usually make sense at scale. But for regular employees working regular jobs, don't need that complication in your life. So, what's the alternative? I'm glad you asked because I found something that works incredibly well. I use Cash App, but you could use any digital payment system that works similar. Here's what I do. I calculate all my monthly bills, everything that's fixed: rent, utilities, phone, internet, subscriptions, whatever. That money stays in my main bank account and gets paid automatically. When I take the money I have left over for discretionary spending, the stuff that's not a monthly bill and I transfer it to my Cash App account, that's my spending money for the month. Groceries, gas, entertainment, eating out, clothes, whatever. If it's not a fixed monthly bill, it comes out of that Cash App balance. This system gives me back that psychological friction that credit cards remove. When I open Cash App and I see my balance, I know exactly how much money I have left to spend for the month. I can see it dropping in real time when I make purchases. There's accountability, there's visibility, there's control. And here's the beautiful part: when the money's gone, it's gone. I can't overspend. I can't go into debt. I can't rack up interest charges. I'm forced to live within my means because the system won't let me do anything else. It's like having the discipline of cash with the convenience of digital payments. Compare that to a credit card where you can just keep swiping until you hit your limit. And even then, the credit card company might increase your limit to let you dig yourself deeper into debt. With my Cash App system, I'm in complete control. I decide how much I can spend at the beginning of the month and I stick to it. Now, I know some of you might be worried about fraud protection or purchase protection that credit cards offer. That's valid, but most debit cards and payment apps have similar protections these days. They're not quite as robust as credit cards, I'll admit that, but the trade off is worth it if it means avoiding the spending trap and potential debt spiral that comes with credit cards. The bottom line is this: credit cards are a product designed to make money off you. The credit card company isn't offering you rewards and perks out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing it because statistically, they know that people will spend more, carry balances, and pay interest. They make billions of dollars every year off people who thought they could handle credit responsibly. If you're not a business owner and you're just working a regular job, ask yourself honestly: do you need a credit card, or have you just been told that you need one by a system that profits from your debt? I'm telling you right now, you don't need it. You can manage your money better without it. You can have more control, less stress, and more money in your pocket at the end of the month by using a system like the Cash App method I described. Take control of your spending, be intentional with your money, don't fall for a credit card trap. Your future self will thank you. When you're debt free, financially stable, and not paying 25% interest to a bank that doesn't care about your well being. If you like content like this, please make sure to like and subscribe.